If you're currently renting, thinking about buying, or planning to start the home buying process, keep watching. My name is Ashley, and here at the exclusive Lifestyle Group, it is our goal to be the real estate team keeping you informed and updated every step of the way as we navigate this crazy real estate market. We want to always be available as your trusted advisors for everything real estate related. If you're wondering if 2023 is a good year to buy a home, here's the latest.
Thanks, Ashley, and what's up, everybody? Welcome to the last in a series of videos we did to kickstart 2023. In some of the other previous videos, we talked about the latest with interest rates. We talked about home prices and what they are expected to do this year. We covered, the national expectations about possible recession fears some people have, and we even did a video explaining the current state of foreclosures in this market. In this video, I want to answer the question, simple question. Should I buy a home right now in 2023? Is it a smart thing to do? It's a question that's on the top of a lot of people's minds. You could be thinking about buying a home and you're going, hey, I'm reading all these headlines or I'm seeing what's out there. I know interest rates have shot up and I'm not sure I should buy a home. Previously, we talked about the rise in interest rates in 2022, the rise in mortgage rates. Here's two things everyone should consider when they're thinking about buying a home. First question is, what do I believe about mortgage rates? What do I believe about home prices? And you're going to form your own opinion based off of that. And it's an extremely personal question. I mean, if you want to wait and you feel like it's the best thing for you and you want to stay in your apartment or stay dealing with that landlord, it's a personal decision. If that's what you think is best for you, we want to help you do that. But more importantly, we want to educate you on what's happening, certainly nationally, but also definitely with our local market expertise and information. But here's what you should really be thinking about. If that's you and you're thinking, should I? I don't know, should I buy? Should I wait? What you should be thinking about is, what's the alternative if you don't live in a place that you're buying? I'll make myself smaller. The real question is, what's the alternative if you don't live in a home that you're buying? Well, it's simple. The alternative is renting. And here's a look at what average rent prices have been doing over the past few years, going all the way back to 1988. I'll let you take a look at it. You've probably seen this on our monthly market report, but basically, rent prices in this country have been going through the roof. We're in Atlanta, and right now here in Atlanta, if you live in places like Midtown, downtown, Buckhead, and a lot of the places inside 285, rents have gone up over 30% in some of these areas. And that's just in the last 12 months. And guess what? Rents are expected to go up at least another double-digit percentage by the end of 2023. Come to Atlanta. Stop and pick up your drink of choice and then drive around the city. And why do you think so many apartment complexes are under construction? They're building them everywhere. And why? Because rent prices are through the roof. I can't tell you how many people call our office trying to get help buying a home after getting a letter from their current apartment complex or landlord. And you know what? Guess what? In the past year, past few months, you might have gotten one of these letters yourself. And the letter usually reads something like this. Thank you for being a valued tenant with us over the past year. Your lease is scheduled to end in a few months. You currently pay $1,500 a month in rent. But if you want to renew your lease, your new rent will be $2,200 a month. We're seeing that over and over in this market as rents continue to skyrocket. But the bottom line is, If you're in the rental trap and you're sort of paying through the nose for rent, then a lot of times you can't afford to save for a down payment. You can't afford to fix your credit. And so now you can't afford to get into a house, which means, that would allow you to build wealth over time. And that's why they call it the rental trap. With rising home prices, there are certainly people who have been priced out of this market. But the bottom line is buying a home over time is a win for many, many people that do it. It gives them options down the road through the equity. And that's not even counting all the non-financial benefits people get when they buy a home. I think that Odetta Kushi, who is a chief economist over at First American, said it best. And she said, if you can find a house that meets your financial expectations for a monthly payment and it's a good time for you to buy, then do that. And if you wait for prices to fall, but they never do, you may discover the hard way that the house you found a year ago that you really loved, that you could afford, but you passed up on, is more expensive next year. And I think that's the bottom line. Certainly local market dynamics are at play, but there are some people on the sidelines going, I'm going to wait until prices fall. I heard prices are going to fall because of the recession. Or that might actually be the dumbest thing you can do. Based off the way the market's heading, I don't think you're going to see that. In my previous video, we covered what experts are saying about the 2023 market, the housing market. If you didn't see it, feel free to go check that out. And not only did we cover what experts are saying, but we talked about how it could affect you. We looked at interest rates. We looked at prices. We already know what rent prices are going to do. Honestly, if they keep jacking up your rent year after year, do you really think that this year you're going to get a letter from your apartment saying, hey, because it's a recession and companies are laying off thousands of people, we're going to do you a favor and we're going to lower your rent? Do you really think you're going to get that letter? At the end of the day, here's what's at stake. And I think Jason over at Partial said this and said it very, very well. In the absence of trustworthy, up-to-date information, real estate decisions are increasingly being driven by fear, uncertainty, and doubt. And these decisions can be hugely consequential for consumers and for businesses. If we don't get the truth out there, some shocking headline is read and somebody's told something, and it causes them to be fearful, uncertain, and doubt whether they should or they shouldn't buy a home. So then they go spread that fear and doubts on social media or in conversations with friends. Our job here is to help be the educator. Our job is to use tools and resources and the facts to educate you on what is really happening out here in the housing market, not to try to convince you to do something that you don't want to do, but to educate you so you can make the best decision for your family, and for those you care about. I think now more than ever, this is a critical piece of what we have to do. We're not going to try to talk you into buying a home. Houses are going to sell themselves. People will always need a place to live. When I first got my real estate license, interest rates were like 7%, 8%. It wasn't that long ago, like the 1990s and early 2000s, when mortgage rates were about 10%. And guess what? Closings still happened every day. Outside of food and oxygen, all of us have to have housing, a place to live. So it doesn't matter how high interest rates go, people will still have to move. But there are so many people that deal with so much uncertainty in this market, not only in the economy, but also in the housing market. Keeping you educated, delivering messages based off facts, not fear, and helping people make powerful and confident decisions, that's what we do. As a real estate team, we've helped over 1,000 families buy, sell, rent, and invest in real estate all around Atlanta since 2001. So once you go make an educated decision for yourself and your family, and you decide 2023 is the year for you to buy a home, there's a ton of resources out here to help. I mean, plenty of places to not only get help with down payment assistance. I mean, there's plenty of places, I mean, just for information, just to help you, make that move. Just go to our website, look for the link that says down payment money is available 2023. If your credit is jacked up, guess what? I think we are probably one of the few real estate teams that do it. But one thing we started doing for our clients years ago is that since we work in real estate, we know exactly what your credit needs to look like in order to qualify for a mortgage. So we started fixing our clients' credit so they could get approved for a mortgage. We fixed the credit. Their scores jump up to 700 or wherever they need to be. They get approved. Now we can have our agents take them out to go shopping for a home. Next thing you know, they're at a closing table, getting handed house keys. I mean, it's not that hard, people. You just got to want it. Our average client sees about 10 negative things deleted from the credit report in about 90 days. So if you want to learn more, just go to our website. Click the link for our 2023 homebuyer program. And as always, we're grateful for the time you invest in our videos. We usually send them by email, but have decided to start putting them on YouTube so that more people can get exposed to our content. So be sure to like and subscribe so that you get notified when we post. On behalf of myself, my entire team, I hope you have a great week, and I'll see you next time.